Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to DMP Kenya. So today we have a look at this man, Godfrey Osotsi, the current senator of Vihiga County. As we all know, yesterday, Godfrey Osotsi was assaulted in Kisumu County. And according to Derek Luvega, who is the communications director at the senator's office in Vihiga, he says or accounts for what happened before this assault. So first of all, he says that Honorable Osotsi had gone for his routine haircut in Acacia area within Kisumu County. After that, the senator went to Java, where he was meeting a friend. And during this time, he was also engaging with the public. So it was cordial and he was engaging the public. They were talking and sharing issues and informations. And then all of a sudden, armed group came, and Luvega says that before they attacked, they first of all questioned the stand, that is the political stand of Senator Godfrey Osotsi. So what happened thereafter, we don't know, but what we know is that after that, according to Luvega, then they attacked. Waliingia kwa senator kama nyuki. And so the senator is currently hospitalized and because he sustained injuries. So among the accounts that Luvega gave, Derek Luvega, the communications director, is that when these people came in and they were armed, the security detail of the senator refrained from taking part or firing a shot because they felt it would endanger the lives of innocent Kenyans who are also within the vicinity. So he says that maybe there could be a shootout, and during this time, many people, innocent lives actually, could have been lost, or people could have been injured. So the security detail decided to refrain. So though that is a bit questionable, because we would tend to ask, if at all your boss is in danger, what comes to your mind? What would be the first reaction? Because your work is to protect this man. And so you are here because you assume the public would be in danger. So what if the boss is killed during this war or attack or assault? Because that could also happen. So we want to have a look at why was he assaulted in Kisumu, who assaulted him, and then who benefits more from this assault. So let's start with why he was assaulted. So automatically from that statement, from this group, the group that attacked him, questioning his political stand. Because remember, Senator Osotsi was recently serving as the deputy party leader of Orange Democratic Movement, a party that is currently split between two groups. One group supporting the government, and then Ososi's group, which is anti-government and actually chanting one term. So automatically, for this group to question his political stand, then the motive was political. Tumeona online wengine wanasema sijui alikuwa na msichana, sijui UP, sijui nini. But then if what Luvega says is anything to go by, that they first questioned his political stand, then everything that happened is politically motivated. That is number one. Number two, we tend to question then who did this. If it's political, there are possibilities. Because remember, Senator being on the wing of Linda Mwananchi, which is a faction within ODM, which is kind of talking a different language or speaking a different language from the Linda ground, which is affiliated by the party leader, then this can as well be an internal ODM affair. That is very possible. That because he is from Vihiga, he was holding a serious position, all of a sudden he's in Kisumu, and it seems his coming to Kisumu was known earlier. So maybe this was predetermined and it was pre-planned. Because if you look at what Governor James Orengo and Senator Edwin Sifuna are posting on their social media platforms, they believe that this is an orchestrated attack. Yeah, so it can as well be an ODM internal affair. And if it's an ODM internal affair, then that possibly could mean that we have the ODM Linda Ground group, either one person within that group or a section of leaders within that group that felt an ease with this specific senator coming to Kisumu, which is perceived the capital city of Orange Democratic Movement, the stronghold. They could be trying to protect their territory, trying to instill fear, trying to send a message that this is still our backyard and we have a strong grasp of this area. So that could also be possible, and that could as well weaken the Linda Mwananchi faction, because remember, they have not really had serious visits in Nyanza yet, where the ODM is kind of enjoying a very massive support. So they are yet to go there. They've been to different counties, but not yet. They've not done serious visits in Nyanza. So this could be a way of telling them, don't try. Kijaribu, kutakuwa na shida. So that is also very possible. Number two, it could also be possible because nobody is mentioning the government. And remember, Linda Mwananchi group is a team that is also fighting and trying to find their space within the Kenyan political space. And they're actually pulling serious crowds. So even the government can as well do it. It's also possible. I've not said they did it, but it's also possible. It's something that we cannot rule out. It can be done so that, one, to instill fear. Yeah, either parties, either the ODM Linda Ground or the government, both of them can do this, or either of them can do this to instill fear on the Linda Mwananchi Brigade. Or number two, they can as well also do this to instill fear among the supporters of the Linda Mwananchi, because sasa kama kiongozi ndiye anapigwa, sasa sisi, yeah, supporters would ask such questions. So that can also be a possibility. Then number three, it can as well be just a group within Kisumu who may be, because of the political stand of the senator, they may be perceiving, maybe they are affiliated to ODM and this group believes that Linda Ground is the way to go. And so by seeing senator coming to Kisumu and he is opposing what maybe they perceived is maybe he's kind of talking ill or speaking against the stand of a group they feel is the legitimate owners or the legitimate leaders of the Orange Democratic Movement, then the group could as well just decide to act on their own. That is also very possible. And for them to do that, maybe to them it could be punishing the senator, or it could be also instilling fear, so that many leaders who are affiliated to the Linda Mwananchi movement fear coming to Kisumu or other parts of Luo Nyanza, which are perceived as strongholds of ODM, because then they would look at it and see that if they visit these areas, then they might be attacked. So that is also very possible. So who actually benefits from this attack? The first group that would benefit highly on this attack is the opposition. Opposition, nikisema opposition ni wote, timu wa Munyoro, team Linda Mwananchi, team Maraga, kila mtu opposition ata benefit from this. The main reason is because if any of them use this as a stepping stone, waanze kusema serikali, sijui security hata ya viongozi ni mbaya, security ya wananchi nini. So if it depends on how they play around with the language and the statements going forward, that will give them mileage. The second person who benefits from this is Osotsi himself. Remember, in Kenya, in Africa and globally, political intimidation, arrests, kupigwa nini, huwa zinapeana mileage. So being attacked means he would benefit, he would get sympathy from the public, both in his Vihiga County and beyond. Yeah, so that could also be very possible that he benefits. So going forward, it depends with how he plays around, because one, this shows the endurance. He can endure, ye ni mchapa kazi, ye ni mtu dedicated, he's strong and means what he says hata apigwe, you see, so that will give him mileage. The third group that might benefit, not much though, is the government. Because remember, nobody is touching on the government or a possibility of government taking part on this. So opposition might start questioning themselves, for example, because remember, even within ODM Linda Ground Brigade, already they are divided. Others want zoning, others don't want zoning. And so even within these brigades, wataanza kupigana. So, ni kina nani wamefanya, ni wale. So when the opposition fights, then hakuna ile concentration ya one time ama kutoa government kwa power. So with that, at least watakuwa na some leeway to keep doing other things and maybe divert the public's opinion or public's anger or even the public's interest towards something meaningful, according to them. Yeah? So what I fear most is that if the government played a role in this, or if a politician who maybe is affiliated to the government played a role in it, then the motive might as well be very dangerous. Remember, Luos and lawyers have coexisted as mashemeji, in-laws, because kumekuwa na intermarriage mingi kuanzia kitambo. And also the borders, because most of the Luo counties border western counties. So like from Kisumu, you'll first of all go through Vihiga before you go to Siaya if you're using Kisumu Busia Road, for example. Then again, most of the constituencies within Siaya County, for instance, border most of these constituencies within the counties found in Western Kenya, the Luya Nation. So kumekuwa na hiyo peaceful coexistence, both as ile ya marriage na hii ingine hii ya sasa sisi ni neighbors, we buy and sell each other stuff and all that, you see. So if the government, I say not that they did it, but there's also a possibility we can't rule that out. So if at all they played a role, or a politician within the government side played a role, or a politician maybe in the opposition side but tries to play around to ensure that there's kind of some division within opposition played a role, then there might be, because according to even Governor James Orengo, it's like an incitement so that the Luo nation and the Luya nation can start fighting. So ethnic chaos and ethnic problems. So if that was the motive, then we expect to see more of such incitements, so that, because why did it happen in Kisumu? So automatically, if we are to go that direction, then the Luya nation will question, why in Kisumu? Mbona apigwe huko na Wajaluo, something like that. And you see, mashinani, people take politics so personal, and when it gets personal, it gets messy. So that is also very possible, if at all somebody eyeing this wanted division. Because remember, Luo nation have always voted in one basket, and majority of the Luya nation have also been voting in the basket where Luo nation votes. So maybe somebody is feeling threatened or something. Again, it can as well might have come from Vihiga itself. Maybe kuna politician amekuwa threatened na jamaa, and so anataka vita ikue kidogo hivyo, jamaa a concentrate on other things. Then when ame concentrate on now national politics outside Vihiga, yeye apate leeway ya kuanza kuingia pale chini. So that is also very possible. What do you think? What are your comments? What happened is very unfortunate, and we actually wish Senator a quick recovery. And we also ask the public to remain calm as the DCI and the police are doing investigation, so that we know exactly what transpired, because they are actually doing the forensic search and analyzing forensic analysis on the CCTVs that were there and all that. And we expect, if they do it well, then we expect a report soon. So what do you think? What are your thoughts? What happened? Who might have done it? Who benefits more? Where do you see us going forward? Because if at all it is something that is driven at maybe bringing about ethnic clashes, then that might be very dangerous ahead of the 2027 elections. My name is Kwachi.